So here we go. Hi everybody on this amazing Saturday morning. I hope you are all well. So today's training is gonna be about first of all the list of management, how to organize yourself in terms of your list. And then I will give you some tips and advice for inviting and things that which might help you for next week, or maybe kind of a reminder for next week since we have like the city presentation. Then I will help you to actually sorry. I will give you some into actually to know how to handle objection. And finally, we will finish with my favorite part, which is the self-development, how to overcome our fear for whatever it is, which means like could be for the business or whatever challenge that you might have to face in life. So let's get started with my first part, which is the list of management. So when you start, you will have to talk about at least to 50 people if you do this part-time. At the beginning, it's definitely easier to start with people, you know, like your friends, your colleague, and family, because the factor trust is already settled, so it's quite easy. And a tip that I've been given to us by Dylan. So let's say we have this kind of funnel. So you put all your prospect in it. So you should definitely start with people you wouldn't mind if they say no. So it would be advised to like start with 10 that you wouldn't mind at all that if they say no. And more call you will make, more confident you will be and be able to actually handle objection. And after those 10, you can keep your best 10 afterwards, and because you will definitely be more confident and you know what you're talking about, and your chance to get them on board will be quite higher. So the result of it, so you will end up with your maybe customer, which means that those people are not ready to take decision right now for whatever reason. It could be for money reason, maybe it's not possible in terms of decision making at the moment, but they will come back to you later, definitely. Then your customers and independent rep. Then, obviously, you will have to deal with cold market. I know that it sounds a bit scary at the beginning, but sometimes we have to step from our comfort zone and just go for it. It's like when you work out, you challenge yourself or push yourself further to get the body that you want, right? Or make a better score if you play in a sports team or something. So that a tip that I can give you, force yourself to talk to people wherever you are. At least 3 people a day would be a good thing. And personally, I think I found it easier to do face-to-face more than social media, but it's totally up to you. I mean, this is your decision. How do you feel comfortable when facing and when dealing with cold market? So which leads me to talk about, to my next slide, sorry, how to invite. So we live in the area where people are quite hypnotized by technology, which is okay, yeah. And this human connection is considerably like declining, so people don't talk to each other anymore as much as before. So the best way to start a conversation would be definitely to smile, then start to compliment them, find a common interest, as many questions as possible. It's not about you but them. So people like to be listened and sometimes put their ego up front. More info you will get from them, easier it will be to actually customize and tailor your invite. And if they ask you, what do you do at some point of the conversation, it's definitely easier and more efficient to say that you're a business and health coach rather than a rep, because actually people will feel less that you want to sell them something. And do not reject any information about your health. Like, don't vomit. Don't say too much about the business or the product. It will definitely scare them off. It's like telling the end of the movie to them, and obviously they won't be willing to watch it in the end. Just give them the trailer of the movie, and they might want to discover it by themselves. So now let's move on to how to handle objection. So it's something definitely that freaked me out at the beginning, but now not anymore. An advice: don't argue with people when they start to throw prejudices about the product or network marketing. Just stay calm, take a deep breath, and just make your counter argument. That's it. The best way to do it is to actually practice your presentation on a daily basis. More practice, more the belief will stay in your mind, and you will be ready to answer to any question. We will never say this enough, but edification is the key. So when it's about the product objections, the main point that you can bring are the following, such as like the exclusivity of NDS, TGA, the enzyme video. It's definitely like one of the good tools to share with people. The 30 days money back guarantee, because we are quite confident about the effect of the product, and it's just amazing. And in terms of the price, if they start to tell you, oh yeah, it's really really expensive, I can't afford at the moment, I'm a bit broke, and think this is like the excuse that most of us have. Well, you're investing in your health, so it's an investment for a long term, it's for your life. So, and it's not a cost, because definitely when you start to be sick, well, you have to go to the doctor, and it's going to be expensive, and they're going to give you some medicines that might not necessarily work. So rather than taking the supplement on the long term, you might prevent all these like kind of virus and things around. So I don't say, obviously, you are not like Superman or Superwoman and you can't avoid anything, but at least the effect of getting like healed is tinier. So now, in terms of network marketing, put yourself at the same level as them. Just tell them, I understand your point. I could see what you see. Share your own experience toward the industry, like saying, oh, okay, I understand what you mean. I saw the same before, but now since I got involved with this business, I read about it, and it's not definitely what it's like, what people think it is. And yeah, just tell them, maybe recommend them some books, some videos, and edify biggest entrepreneur, the most successful entrepreneur who actually predicts that network marketing the future. So And also another advice would be make a parallel with the current system. Like I would say, for example, I had this guy, like I think was 2 weeks ago, was saying, yeah, but maybe you had this experience. People are starting to say, yeah, when you get involved in network marketing, people take your money and they take advantage of you. It's a lot of work for nothing, and you will never be successful. No, 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 no. Well, I mean, if you make a parallel with the functioning of a society, obviously you have a government who actually lead a country. Well, you have some point to actually make the country work, and each company has to give them money. So it's the same system as a pyramid anyway. So sometimes people clicking when you start to explain this way to them, like make a parallel to both systems together. And so now let's start with my self-development part. So I want to share with you that actually we have definitely the power and the strength to change. We all have dreams that we want to make come true. That you can do and be more than what you are currently are. So just for that, just stop listening this external communication generated by people who are kind of stuck in their freaking huge ego, and actually these things that they are happy by doing the same damn thing every day and don't bloody move forward. So just wake up, because at the end of the day, you are the only one responsible for your life. You can make changes for the best. I mean, sometimes you have to be rid of those like regrets. I mean, we have just one life. I personally, I want to share my experience with you now. As you guys, both of you know, I lost my mom 9 years ago. She suffered from an ovarian cancer. Well, while she was ill, I always remember, like, she was telling me, oh, I wish I could have done that before, and maybe I would have even reached that point and things. And like, she sacrificed so much, she worked so hard for us, but actually she was compromising her own well-being and her own happiness. So I definitely take a lesson from it, and yeah, I so that's why your health was definitely a good path, because if I have this power of influencing people, making the right choices to be healthier and helping them to realize a dream and don't have any regret, well, I'm just in. I mean, regret is the worst thing that you can have, definitely. It won't be easy. Definitely, you will fall and fail several times. So what? Nobody dies from it anyway. Pretty sure you have the strength to go back and fight for what you wish the most. I mean, if you have a dream, just go for it. Just do it. I mean, just overcome this fear and don't ask yourself so many questions, overthink. Just do it. If it fucked up, it fucked up, but at least you have done it. Stop also listening this internal communication emphasized by fear. Fear of what? Being rejected? By whom? By people who actually you try to please. Some of them don't even care about you. I mean, they don't even care like as you do. So now it's definitely the time to fucking move, and just I want to let you know that it's only idiots who actually don't change. So if you don't start to realize that you have this ability to change, well, you're gonna do the same thing and won't be able to move forwards. So now, stop trying to give yourself excuses. Be stronger than your excuses. And like I said previously, I never regret when I do it, but I always regret when I don't. So just go for it. So that's it for today's training. I hope you guys enjoy this training, and I'm up for your question right now. Any question?
That was great.
That was awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, I like the comment like it's not about you, it's about the others. You know, take just like yourself from the picture and just like give it to the others, you know, because like we know we got the best thing, and if we don't talk about it, it's just like a kind of selfish to just keep it for ourselves. So yeah, definitely talk, get yourself out of the picture, and if somebody doesn't want to listen, it's not about you, it's about them. They just like you know, burying the head into the sand, and that's not the person you want to talk to anyway. So don't take it personally, don't take any emotions into it, and just move forward and talk to someone else.
Yeah, just do it, definitely.
And another one I like, the people are hypnotized by technology. That's so fucking true.
That's true.
You can see them on the train, you know. It's like every single person is like on their phone. It's like, come on, I mean, like, you know. I understand it's in the morning, you probably like wake up and you don't really want to talk to people, but still, I mean, we are not a robot. I mean, anyway. So yeah, any other? I want your feedback actually, the good and the
No, it's like
That was really fun.
your,
That was
your
perfect.
potential recommendation.
I got a lot of notes out of it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was short and sharp.
cool.
That's exactly how it should be. Like a 30 minutes. It's something like that almost everyone can last as long.
Yeah,
Uh, what I heard the other day, like when you start, talk to 50 or 100, depends. But what I heard, like on one of the MLM Nation, this lady in the latest episodes, she talked about her system, and she's got 531, 531, and she talks to 5 new people every day, and
yeah,
it doesn't necessarily mean that it has to be about like the business, it just talk to them, just like get to know them, and maybe from
yeah.
these 5 people, maybe just like a two will be worth to just like do something about it. So 5 new ones, 3 follow-ups, and 1 training. 531, and I quite like it. And it's just like when you do this like religiously every day for a longer period of time, it's just gonna work. 5 new people, whatever you talk about them, 3 follow-ups, and 1 training.
One training. Oh, that's a good one. Okay.
Good one. Yeah. A good ratio.
And change. You spoke about change as well, and that's right. Like a change is inevitable. Like if you do something, you're gonna change. If you don't do anything, you're gonna change anyway. So the only thing is that we have to consciously choose progress, because we have to work towards progress. People want to change, but they don't want to work for it. But if they realize they have to work for it, and if they realize that the progress is coming, then it's just like gonna more encourage anyone to do it. And that's why it's really hard from the beginning, because it takes time. So people need the just keep close to the fire, as we know that like if you go away you just get out of the fire and then you just like it's hard to get back. But once you keep in touch regularly every day, every second day, and doing this 531 531, then
Yeah.
it's easier, and sooner or later you're gonna see the results, the positive results, the progress. And once you get into the progress, then it's always easier and easier to just like I do it again and again and again. And once we get in the habit 531, then it's simple.
Yeah, you won't even think about it anyway. It's gonna be like kind of automatic. So yeah, definitely I agree with you. Yeah, change. Yeah, I I know that it's not easy, but sometimes you just have to move forward, and whatever the price it could be, but if it's for the best, maybe some people might not like it. You might lose some friends or people that you were quite close to on your way. But if they are really like your friends, they might definitely like come back at some point. And if they are not, well, whatever, it's just carry on. You know what is your goal, you know where you want to go, so just go for it. I mean, I know it's not easy to like to do it in the beginning, but once you start doing it and you see results, and yeah, you definitely start to look back and tell yourself, well, now I definitely don't regret that I took that decision, and I kind of make it. So yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Awesome. All right. Good job,
Okay.
everyone.
So that's it for today. Or do you guys have something else to?
I'm good. Thank you. Thank you.
Thanks, Micah.
Okay.
Thanks, Victor.
No worries. It was a pleasure.
Have a good day, everyone.
You too. Take care.
See you. See you. Ciao.
Bye.